Jackson? The movie?
Spoiler Jackson. Well, yeah, the movie.
Is it? How are you going to spoil a movie about a man whose life we already know all about it?
Well, I mean, it's not spoiling his life. It's spoiling
No, I know.
parts of the movie.
I know.
All right, here we are. We're not here to talk about Michael Jackson. We are here to talk about.
Oh, so before you talk about that, the do you see the notification under comments about the Facebook thing?
No.
So it's set. The streaming is set to friends only. You have to set your Facebook profile stream thing to public, or we won't see comments in the chat.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't. I just put mine public back in the day because of the podcast stuff. But what's up, Ace? Let me see if I can find it, and I'll just shoot you a message for you.
Well, shoot me a message ain't gonna help because I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to be doing here. And it looks Oh, here we go. I would say it looked frozen on my end, but I just didn't press play.
Oh.
So it only shows to my friends?
Oh no, that's gone now. So that pop-up's gone now. But if your Facebook profile is set to friends only, it's only your friends are gonna see that. Nobody outside of your friends list.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, cool. Right, that's fine. Okay, cool.
I could live with that.
Me too.
I don't like other people.
I love everybody.
Yeah.
No, I don't either.
Well, there's one person who I really don't love, but I got to see a lot of this weekend.
Oh yeah?
His name is Terry Bollea. So if you were one of the people who VPN'd WrestleMania, you got to see a lot of the documentary, and they kept showing the same scenes too. It was actually pretty funny. They kept showing the same scenes of, him talking about his first match with Ted DiBiase as Hulk Hogan, and how he didn't understand the name, and how, and then of course Andre the Giant, him versus Andre the Giant WrestleMania 3. And of course, that's an iconic moment. And that kind of really brings me to my issue with this weekend. Now, we're going to talk about WrestleMania, and we're going to talk about who guessed all of the matches correctly in WrestleMania.
Man,
I mean, I was.
We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to talk about
spot on. Luckily, my audio was jacked up last week, so a lot of people couldn't hear me picking the right people. But I did keep score because I always forget my picks. And dude, I forgot a lot of your picks too.
You were hammering me in the chat all weekend long. Oh, another one for T. Oh, another one. I had the worst showing of picks I've ever had, which is why I don't like casinos. That's why I don't gamble.
I have no idea why I'm lower than Frank. I don't understand. Like, I really don't know how to fix this audio thing. Like, am I low to the point of not hearing me? Or, like, I don't.
Is it now? Am I too hot for some reason? Can I lower myself down and make myself?
I mean, you sound good to me.
Right.
You sound clear. That's what matters. That's what matters. Clarity matters.
Now, see, I didn't get to watch with a VPN this weekend at either place I went to, so I got to suffer with the poor people in the commercials.
I mean, did they have like shake weight commercials? I sound all right now. All right, so hopefully I turned up what I needed to turn up.
No, it was horrible commercials. They were awful, just awful generic commercials. I almost. Like, you all are talking about seeing Hulk Hogan more, and I'm like, I kind of want to see Hulk Hogan at this point because I'm tired of these damn commercials. But I guess I won on that one.
You did. Well, no, not really. I mean, because it's either Hulk Hogan or the SmackDown music, because you watch SmackDown on the VPN.
I don't mind that. That would have been better.
Yes. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's talk about WrestleMania. So WrestleMania, like John Cena, the host, very polarizing. There are a lot of people on a lot of different ends of the WrestleMania spectrum. At the end of the day, overall for me, I didn't think it was a bad show. Right? I did not think it was the worst show on the planet. But it was missing something. and we talked about this, like it was missing nice stage, cool entrances, but it felt different, and not in a
Yep.
good way.
No.
Not in a good way, not at all. You know, Matt, I god awful. It felt godly fast. That's
It was
that's
it was
that's what
it
it
was
felt like. It felt really
yeah.
fast.
I I mean, if you're gonna go overall, I would give it a 7 out of 10 overall, but night one was more of a 4 to 5 because of the speed of how fast the night went. Because I'm sitting there and I wasn't hanging out with Matt. I blew Matt off. I didn't blow Matt off, but I didn't go to Matt's. I went to a different party because I knew I was seeing Matt Sunday. So I went to a different party. It was closer to home, and was able to get home and see the hockey game, third period of hockey game, which also sucked at one point because I didn't WrestleMania was over and I got to see the third period of a hockey game. Like, yeah, that's great, but at the same time, it's like I should not be home to see this at 9:30.
For real. And what's
I
going on, Hector? Thank you for popping in. Yes, Ace, he did
thank
give
you.
us the cheer. See, I can't do that. I would never
No,
do that again.
I can't do that either.
That was a terrible attempt at the
Not even a
legendary
10.
Ace drop. I'm not going to do it ever again. I would never do that. I appreciate it. Definitely, thank you, Ace, man. Always supporting the channel every chance he gets.
Absolutely,
Sending
much
in
love.
folks. I know the Yankees are already up. I did see that on my phone. Game just started. We already got 3 runs on the board. At least
We
last
don't
I
have
checked.
baseball in Philadelphia right now. Baseball in Philadelphia is on pause. We have hockey in Philadelphia. That's what we have.
Um, but yeah, you had a perfect segue and I blew it because you were talking about the speed
Yes.
of WrestleMania
Oh,
night one, and of course, to open up night one, we had the 6-man tag, the Usos, LA Knight versus the Vision, the tag team champions, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and I Show Speed in a very fun first match. That was fast. And I was like, okay, I kind of expect it because of speed. He's gonna get a few moves in. You want to keep it light. First hours on ESPN2, and
yep.
you could tell that the first hour of both nights were on, national broadcast because of the speed of the matches, because of just the flow of the matches, the flow of how it initially went. But very fun match. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would.
The first match was fun. I did. I had a lot of fun with the first match, and like you said, they definitely showed out for ESPN, and that's
Yes.
fine. Like I had a thing that showed how much time each match was, and I can't find it now.
I think the first match was like 5 minutes.
It
Like
was it was
very.
under 10 minutes,
Oh yeah,
and
all of them were,
there were
other than
some
the
good
contest.
there were some good spots. There were it was fun, right? I thought it was a good match to open up WrestleMania on ESPN for them.
I did too. I thought Speed showed out. He showed us athleticism. Logan Paul just continues to impress me. Like Logan Paul just gets it. He's a great heel. Like he is a phenomenal heel.
Yep,
And of course, they lose the match. Like I called it BFT. See, I called the BFT to
you did.
Speed, but it was to Austin Theory who ate that pin. And then of course Logan Paul just gets straight in Speed's face and just go like, "This is your fault. This is your fault." And then the good guys came and beat him up, and Speed hit. So what the cool thing is, right? You and me, we're a little older. We might not know Speed, but Las
No,
Vegas knew Speed because he hit that pose up there. He hit the Speed, and the whole audience said the Speed thing, and I was like, "That's cool because they get it." And it's not. It might not be for us. That segment might not be for me, but it's for all of the Speed fans because he has millions of followers, hundreds of millions, like however many millions of followers. So he got to live out his dream, wear a cape down to the ring like a goofball.
that was really cool. So it was 7 minutes long.
Okay.
So it was seven
Yeah,
minutes
very
long.
short match. Yeah, very short
Yeah,
matches. Get your
yeah.
stuff in. let's go home. Like
Sure.
get your moves off. Let's go home. Speed through the table on top of Logan Paul. Great finish of that match. Um, yeah, I mean,
I think he did that really well too, because not only did he do it from the top of the turnbuckle, but he turned himself perfect in the air.
oh yeah, he
And
had to.
and,
Yes,
and Logan Paul came up and gave him the cushion, and it was a really well executed spot for what is he, 21, 22-year old? Like, I'm couldn't be
insane,
more jealous.
insane.
Couldn't be more jealous that he got to do something like that at that age. I was broke at 21, 22. I had no direction in life, and here he is at the grandest stage of them all, right?
I mean, just a great like, and I felt that too. Like you said, 21, 22. I wish I would have dreamed to walk down the aisle, you
Yep.
know, in a wrestling match at a WrestleMania, no less, right? In Las Vegas, huge pomp and circumstances, 50,000 people out there chanting your name. Great moment for him. Great, your family's out there, all of his peers are out there. That was pretty cool. Like the that part of it, I don't mind. Right? He did what he was supposed to do. He did what he was
Do you,
supposed to do,
do you
and
know?
I
Do you know what WrestleMania it was when I was 21? I'm looking it up now, but it was WrestleMania
WrestleMania one.
8. That's funny. That's funny. I appreciate you. WrestleMania 8 in 1992 at the Hoosier Dome.
Which one? Who main evented that one?
Who main evented that one? But Hulk Hogan and Sid Vicious, or Sid Justice.
Oh, Sid. Oh, well, that was supposed to be when Hulk Hogan was supposed to fight Ric Flair, but that's not gonna work for me, brother. I'm
Right.
not gonna job out the Flair.
Right.
Got
So
it. Got it.
Flair fought Savage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
I can't have
Hogan,
a job to you, brother.
not for the title,
No,
fought Sid
no.
Justice or whatever. Yes. Good times. Good times. So great first match, great opening match, and then the second match.
You know, the second match I was worried about from the start, only because you have an unsanctioned match, right? That means
Yes.
anything goes.
Anything.
You can do whatever you want, but we're on ESPN. So we really
Correct.
can't do whatever we want. We can go to a line, but we cannot cross that line.
Correct.
And for 14 minutes, they went to the line. It was a really good, fun match.
They told a story.
It did. It told a great story until it. I mean,
Until what?
it just felt like, again, it was lacking because it was on ESPN. It was just missing that. It wasn't as brutal. It wasn't as brutal.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
yeah. That was to be expected. Like
right.
I knew Jacob or Drew wasn't gonna bleed.
No, I knew that.
Introduce some tools into the match. We had the toolbox, which was the star of the show. Actually,
Toolbox.
I thought the toolbox was Drew's aversion to that toolbox made me laugh so hard. Like he saw it, like get away from me. Like every time he saw it, hilarious. Drew McIntyre once again on the Island of Relevancy. We love Drew McIntyre.
100%.
He has been the MVP forever. He does no wrong in the ring, and he knows how to tell a story. He knows how to put his opponent over.
Yep. And for the third year in a row, which has now seemed to be Drew's staple, is the board at work. He FaceTimed someone this time, I think it was, and then they posted it to Twitter later on. But that's 3 years.
He tweeted. It was a tweet.
It was a tweet.
That tweet hit about 3 or 4 minutes later. But yes, everybody, the tweet, this time it said, "I love my job." Like, I love my job. Great. Like, he just gets it, man. Like, he's the master of social media.
Where I was watching the show, which wasn't with Matt at Matt's house, where I did tell Matt 2 weeks ago I was going, but then I told him like a week ago I wasn't going, right? So where I was, there were 1 or 2 people that don't normally watch wrestling that are just friends with the guy who's hosting it. And those are the people that are most fun to watch these things with. Because when he goes, "Is that a real toolbox?" We all laughed at him. And then, are those tools real? Yes, they're real. They're real tools. They're actually real
those are
tools.
those
I,
are real tools. What's
there
going
were,
on, Kenny?
hey, Kenny, there were many, many more moments throughout the night where he would ask like non wrestling fan questions. And then we would just be like, dude, yes, this is on purpose.
Yes. And I mean, I thought it was a fun match. Drew's great. Jacob is just he's right there. Like everything he does, his entrance was amazing. His gear was dope. Like
Yep.
and we should talk about the entrances for all of these matches because there was some really good entrances. Drew's Drew. Drew comes
Yep.
out with the He-Man sword, but Jacob with the fire breathers. I thought that was really cool.
That was awesome.
I thought this was a good match. I mean, it was hard hitting. It didn't give us, because I think Drew had one of his best street fights against Damian Priest,
Yeah.
and they
Uh-huh.
damn near killed each other, right?
Yep. Yep.
Um, yes, it was very sanctioned. That is a great way of putting it. It was very sanctioned. It just once again it wants to WWE. What they did on this weekend was they wanted to pull you into wrestling, but they didn't want to avert you away from it. They didn't pull like the Raven and Sandman, where you
Right.
put somebody on a
Right.
crucifix. But they wanted to bring in the heavy hitters, and of course Jacob for 2-1 this match. I picked that one too. I think I was perfect on night one, except for the main event. Like the
Yeah. I
main
think
event
you
was the only one that I got wrong. But Jacob won as we kind of figured he would. Like
right.
that was kind of a
Yeah.
no brainer. And then you would think, right? All right, we're getting off of ESPN2. Now the real fun happens. Boy, were we wrong. Boy, were we wrong. So the third match of the night. Hold on, was this the third? I don't have these in order.
I believe the women's tag match was next.
All right, well, maybe I do have them in order. Because the women's tag match happens, and once again, Alexa comes out there. Alexa with the moth
And
gear on, oh man. And then Charlotte comes out with the butterfly gear on. The fireworks go off. They look incredible. And I was like, damn, they got the theme gear. That's really cool. And they looked phenomenal.
Alexa's outfit was a throwback. Well, not a throwback, but a tribute to Bray Wyatt.
Of course.
And
I,
yeah, they were like a yin and yang
yeah.
matching moth into a butterfly. It was great. I thought the two of that they had the best outfits of the whole night. I think.
Really?
I think so.
I tend to disagree.
Okay.
And
Oh wait,
I'm
I
gonna tell you why in a
apologize.
few minutes.
No, I apologize. They had the second best outfits of the night. I apologize. Continue.
Then Bailey and Lyra come out. They had matching gear on. It was kind of Bailey themed gear.
Yeah.
Lyra had the long jacket, same colors. Love that for them.
Yep.
Lyra did not have wings on.
No, that's why that
Lyra
outfit win.
Lyra left the wings at home. Then the best outfits of the night came out.
I agree. Yes.
The Jackson and the Lash came out in the demolition themed gear, white demolition themed gear. In demolition, it's funny because in WWE 2K, their DLC and people who didn't watch wrestling or weren't born in the 80s, like who are these
Right.
who are these dominatrix themed wrestlers? So say they didn't get it. But when Lash and Nia came out in the white demolition gear, so super dope. And I saw a picture of them, taking a picture with the original demolition. I thought that was just cool, a throwback. Then we get the surprise of the weekend, probably, which
Gasp.
wasn't a surprise because, of course, the internet spoils everything. Nikki Bella, terrible ankle injury, can't go. She said she was going to go in the Hall of Fame, but she was lying to us. She ribbed
Yes,
us, as they say in the business. Bree comes out there, says Nikki can't go, but we got somebody, an old friend, and she didn't look that old. But
no,
Paige's
she did
music
not.
hit. She looked great. Like she looked. I've seen like when in AEW, there was some moments where I was like, what's are you okay? Like,
Now,
like
did you notice when she was coming out, like when she held her hand up, that like did you see her hand shaking? Like I can't imagine the nerves. You sure her hands, she was shaky, like nervous. Because
yeah,
again, this is the first time in what, 8 years that she's is it 8 years? It was a long time. It
I
was almost
don't
10 years ago that she was in
yeah.
a WWE ring. So the nerves were great. And I like that. Like I like that she was like that jacked up and ready to go. I just wish that they hadn't spoiled it. This is this one of two surprises that were spoiled ahead of time. And she got a monster pop, but the pop that she would have got if they didn't spoil it.
See, I disagree though, because we listen to that stuff. The
Right.
people there don't watch. Like this is what I've learned over the last few weeks. People outside of the wrestling bubble, like the IWC that you didn't know existed,
I didn't know
the
existed.
people outside of them, they don't pay any attention to that
That's
stuff.
true.
Like they don't pay attention to all of those things that we seem to like, and I stay away from it. Like I do my best to stay away from it.
I don't
And
seek it out like I used to, but I believe the IWC is as real as the flat earth. Well, go ahead.
no, the Earth is not flat, but the IWC is real. I was about to drop a name that I will not do that here because I
No,
don't want to
no,
politicize the group.
that's
But
fine.
but let's um oh, you have zero experience with Paige, man. So I mean she had a run in AEW too.
She did.
Um but she had a real run. Like they truth be told, Paige is the reason why women's wrestling changed. Like Paige, people credit the four horsewomen, but Paige really was the one.
Yep.
Like who came there and she first night on Raw, brand new superstar. She was in NXT and she changed the culture. She wasn't part of four horsewomen because she just was in her own lane.
Yep.
First night on Raw beats AJ Lee for the then Divas title, right? And the rest is history, right? And then we start getting real women's matches. We start getting some real, and then the young upstarts in NXT, the four horsewomen, start really getting the ball rolling, right? And of course Charlotte is Charlotte. Um, but I do credit Paige for
That's fair.
truly
Yeah.
being like the innovator of this generation or that generation of women's wrestlers. But either way, they won, and I called the Bella twins. I'm sorry, I called the Bellas, not the Bella twin. I called the Bellas.
Yeah.
The
See, I
one,
don't
the,
know.
like
I don't
I
know if we count. I don't know if we count that one because Paige isn't a Bella. So just one Bella
well,
won. But
well, I mean, the team name was still like on the
mm,
on the card. It still said the
uh,
Bellas.
but you know what though? That's gonna lead. That's gonna lead to some chicanery down the road, and that's fine.
For sure, like for sure. Hopefully, get well soon, Nikki. So you can come back and do what you do best, and that's play
Pretend
like
you're
you're
her
gonna
best
be
friend and
nice.
then clothesline her.
Yes, yes, yes. Pretend
So
you're nice, and then take her out.
this is where things started to kind of unravel for me with WrestleMania.
Really, what is that?
Well,
Is
the
it
women's match was 9 minutes long. We had four
okay?
women in the ring, and you only
Okay,
gave them 9 minutes. You had four teams of women in the ring, and you only gave them 9 minutes,
okay.
which isn't a lot of time. And there wasn't a lot of real time to like kind of build out any stories with them. Like aside from Paige coming back, there really wasn't a lot of time for them to do a lot of stuff. And maybe, maybe 15 minutes because you have so many people in the ring. Like it felt like, hey, here's the entrances, ding, ding, ding. And it's like, what? Like that literally was like blink and you missed the match. And that's a shame because they deserve more time, especially Lash and Nia, who have been just workhorses over the last month and a half that they've had the belts, right? Or is it longer than that? But they've been all over the place,
Yes.
and it's great. But I think they got a little shortchanged.
And that is a good point, right? Because a lot of these feuds that were blood feuds ended, I guess, unceremoniously. Because I mean, the women's tag titles they've been fighting each other for like the last 2 months. Like all of these teams have just fought,
Yep.
fought. Um, Paige, give me three and a half.
Crazy.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. I Never mind. I will keep my
Mhm.
I will keep my thought on the 3 to 4. But she might want to marry. She might. Paige. Yeah, Paige is Paige. Uh, but
Mhm.
but yeah, like just the blow off of all of these matches, like for them to kind of like Jacob and Drew, who had the greatest build of
Yep.
any of the matches, really, other than Oban and Brock, really. They had one of the best builds over the last few months to build up to a match that was what, 12, 13 minutes, whatever it was.
For
Not even.
yeah. Oh, they
Jacob
had
at
14 minutes. Jacob and Drew
14
had like
minutes.
right around 14 minutes. Yeah.
14 minutes, you know. But yeah, it just I get it. I get it. But I think one of the things they were trying to combat was the AEW fatigue, right? So if you bought night one and night two and you stayed for 4 hours in night one or 5 hours in night one, are you really gonna be
Right.
up for night two to have the energy? Um, but it was kind of the worst of both worlds. like you kind of didn't give us enough, but not even close to satisfy any urges, especially for the people watching at home. But luckily for me, I was doing so many other things. It didn't like honestly, it didn't even register to me how fast it was going until the end because I was just doing other things because it was moving so fast and so many commercials. And I kept seeing Hulk Hogan. I was like, get Hulk Hogan off my screen. Please get him off my screen. But yeah, new tag team women's champions. They're gonna lose those. So Lash and Nia have to get those titles back. Like
I hope
they
so.
should have a long run with the tag titles. Hopefully, Nikki gets better, comes back and hugs Paige, and then flatlines her or something. I don't know, something out of Nikki Bella's wheelhouse.
Right. Do Nikki
I
Bella
don't.
stuff.
I don't think this is the next match, but once again, who cares? We'll just go.
Yeah.
We'll
I
go
don't
with the order.
remember
I
the
got
vote.
the. We'll go with the order, but then you get the match of the night, right? Seth versus Gunther gave me everything that I needed in a Seth versus Gunther match. These two guys are the best wrestlers on the roster. Like, like, okay, Matt, how dare you? Don't you? You love Nia. It's okay. You love
Matt is
Nia,
a hater.
and you. I don't think BBL Bird is gonna win because I think at some point they're just gonna go their separate ways. I think maybe the next time you see them, uh, is is gonna be on two different brands. Like honestly, I think that's the best way to go.
Or or they just fight each other.
Yeah, that no, I think I'm good. I'm good on them
I
fighting
don't
each other.
I don't need them to, but that usually is what happens.
Yes,
But
yes. You,
but Seth versus Gunther, absolutely 100,000% was the match of the night for me too.
they're just the best. like, like
Yep.
we got to see two different styles fight each other to complement each other's styles.
Yep.
And Gunther does what he does best: be the smug heel that just says I'm a better wrestler than you. And Seth played that plucky, come from behind. I'm still a really good wrestler, but like sometimes I'm just not as strong as the other guy. Like
Yep.
sometimes I just don't got enough juice, but I got just enough juice to hit you with that stomp. And then Braun Breaker ran. and
So
Braun Breaker ran.
so first off, Seth's entrance was great. Gunther's entrance was exactly what we said it was going to be. It was just Gunther and walk to the ring. Seth
Yes.
stealing the New Day's entrance is great. I love it. I love the fact that he stole the New Day's jacket and came in with that.
Xavier. Xavier's tweet. He was so mad. Hilarious.
I don't
Great.
know how legit that is, but that's awesome.
That is great.
Great. But Seth with the jacket with the smoke coming off it and the black the black contacts. Gunther just kicked the contacts out of his face.
Yeah.
Because he kicked him in the face and the contacts were gone.
Matt, we do not allow Nia slander. On the island, we don't allow Nia slander.
Even I don't slander Nia.
Yes.
But the entrance was top notch. I loved it. And I did get that right. And I did say he wasn't going to come down and all be flamboyant. I like flamboyant Seth, but right now we have a much more serious Seth Rollins. And I like it. Every time Gunther put him in a sleeper hold and just hair all over his face, I was like, that has to be the worst thing in the world, to just have a sleeper hold and your hair be stuck there. Like you can't see, can't blow the hair out of your face.
Man, this match was everything I loved about wrestling. Like, this pretty team set. Yes. The black, I mean, just chef's kiss, man. Like he's a showman. That's what you could tell about Seth. Seth is, fucking what's it, Barnum and Bailey. That's his thing. He's a showman. He's the greatest showman.
He's
gonna give you a show every time. Yes, he's gonna give you a show every time. He's gonna do something different.
This was the match of the night for me too. This was the match that I was actually. It was the one I ended up being the most invested in. It was one that I was looking forward to, and I was looking forward to another match more. That just
But Gunther won.
We got 15 minutes of Seth and Gunther, and I think that was a good number for that. Was a good solid time for them.
Yes. So like the fast matches, they could be a gift and a curse, right? Because it could be a tight match where there are no rest holds. Everything could be fast moving, or you could be in the ring for 20 minutes and just move like you have issues. Which we will get to at some point. But we have to talk about that ramp was long, right? It took people a while to walk down to it. It took Roman Reigns a good 3 or 4 minutes.
That's what I said. I said Roman was going to take a while. Yep.
He's going to take a while. But who didn't take a while was Braun Breaker. Because Braun Breaker. So he came out of nowhere. He hit Seth with one spear. He walks up the ramp. It says, nah, I got one more in me. And he turned around and he ran down that ramp.
Dude, he ran so fast. If that man slipped,
if he pulled the Titus,
over. If he slipped like Titus, it was over. The only part of that, so when he hit Seth, if he had hit Seth straight on with his shoulder, he wouldn't have killed him.
He would have broke a rib, for sure.
A lot of people I was reading, now I went and looked at comments afterwards because you got to look at the comments. You got to see what people, got to see what the IWC says now that I know they exist. Yes. I got to go look and see what my people are saying, right?
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people complaining that he hit him with his arm and didn't hit him dead on. But he
would have went through him.
Man.
He would have went through him if he actually hit him. Like he would have broke 2 or 3 of his ribs. For sure. For sure.
Absolutely.
Man, great shot. Okay, it wasn't perfect, right? It wasn't a Goldberg spear. It wasn't, but
it was cool. It was a 90-yard dash, 80-yard dash. You just can't.
He ran a whole football field.
The NFL don't even let you hit people that hard from that distance anymore.
Yes. I mean, just great shot. Great moment because he didn't slow down. So looking at the other camera angle, the pain in his face, the look of anguish in his face, like I'm running so fast. I really wish I could stop running right now.
Right.
And I still have to jump. Like you still have to leap and spear and make it look believable. it's
And
I
from
promise you, the people complain they can't do it.
one of the people that it was one of the announcers or one of the podcasts like Busted or somebody said that at the end of that ramp it goes down. Like
Yes,
there's a
a dip.
noticeable a dip. And he just ooh, I'm glad he didn't hit him head like okay. As someone that's sitting at home not taking that bump, hit him head
Yes.
on. Yeah. I'm all
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. Crush them.
Right. But as a human being watching another human being, I am very glad you did not hit him head on because now I won't get Seth Rollins again ever because you just killed him.
Man, like it was a great moment. It didn't ruin it for me because
No,
once again,
not at all.
I don't let like at this big age of mine, I'm just not gonna let something like that ruin the
No.
night. And there were a lot of people who did ruin it, the whole scene for them. And that
Yep.
just bless you guys. Like if that ruined it for you, I'm sorry.
If that's what
But
you're putting your
it was
energy into is hating on
yeah,
something like that, then hate it. You know,
yeah,
if I may not like something, but I'm not going to put all my energy into. Yeah, let me go pound on my keyboard because yeah,
yeah. I mean, respect.
it was fun.
I respect it. It was a good
Sure.
time. But great match. Once again, very little build for this match. You didn't need build. Like just let
No.
two of the best go in there and do what they do.
The
And they
little the
showed out.
little the little build that they had worked for them.
Yes. They didn't need much. They did
Yeah.
not need much. Then we get into another.
Yep.
So one, the audio, this match, and I think this is definitely not the right order. I think this came before the Southern Gun. The audio was just jacked up on this because
It
they
was.
had the live band
Yep.
and it didn't look like the guy was singing the words, but it sounded live. Like he was definitely singing it. I know it was live because it was different than the normal,
Right.
way the music plays. Kudos to the bands. Like I love live entrances, but I mean, once again, if you're gonna pay all of this money, like we got to get this right, right? And that's probably my biggest issue with WrestleMania 42 was the production was awful. Like
It's
the
not
production,
typical WWE production because their production is usually top notch.
but it's gone down. Like we had the Kevin Dunn era, which was perhaps one of the worst production
Mhm.
eras in wrestling history. And the new guy came, and it all changed. Like they put a lot more money into the production aspect, and it looked everybody's entrance looked cool. And I'm not talking about the graphics and stuff like that that they had. That stuff was hokey, but just everything about the production of those shows were great. The damn production, they kept cutting out. Like Becky's entrance where she puts her arm up. There's no reason you should be behind her at this point, or you should be anywhere but in front of her getting that shot. Like, there's no reason when somebody's pyro is going off, you're not in front and you're not getting the wide shot of the pyro. I'm not a producer and I know these things. Like, they were cutting out. Everybody's entrance has
Yep.
been the damn same for ages. We
I'll
know their spots.
I'll tell you this as someone that I worked in sound and production with a local cover band. It's not on the grand stage like that, but I know a lot of the ins and outs. My boss at the time did a lot of big stage production things, and he would always point stuff out to me, especially during the Super Bowl. While it is live, it is tracked, and they were off. And that's the magic behind the curtain is, yeah, but it was also tracked, and he was miming, and the mime was way off from what you were seeing. That his mouth is moving, and then the words are coming, and then the words are coming, and then his mouth, and
Yes.
it just it sucks to see something like that happen, and it shouldn't. That thing should be synced
Yes.
up. That
Correct.
should be perfectly synced up because you rehearse this stuff. And it's sad to see, especially too because they're from Philly, and it's a great entrance. And always having a band there is awesome.
Correct. Correct. And that's the number one thing that idiot fans like me is gonna notice. Like, oh, is this guy really singing it?
Right.
You know, like that's you
It's
just you don't want
it's
to leave
always
that up for chance.
it's always the big question at the Super Bowl. Are they live? Are they live? Yes and no. Because again, you're rushing all this stuff out there and you have 15 minutes to mix something loud like that. A billion different things can go wrong with audio and sound in a large stadium like that. So yeah, of course, there's going to be a track playing and you're going to be over the track. Like if you go to a small little venue and you see some of these old 80s artists, you see Rob Bass come out. Rob Bass ain't really rapping anymore. Rob Bass is playing his song and Rob Bass is just throwing some words over his song. And then he's going to, he's getting in with the crowd. And it's just the way it is.
Unless you're Jay Z. Jay Z refuses to do anything
And I
over
admire
tracks.
that. I'm not a Jay-Z fan, but I admire that.
Like he infamously stopped the show because he refused to do something over a track.
I
But
said
I digress.
I said before, and I will stop after this. It's really sad what we put Milli Vanilli through. Not we. It's really
Touche.
sad what the world put Milli Vanilli through, and then look at the music today. Because
Touche.
damn,
Hey, I still blame it on the rain.
I
still
rock
jam.
blaming on the rain on the way to hockey every time I go.
I mean,
My Spotify DJ throws that on there, and I'm like, absolutely, I'm playing that.
you got to blame
And
it on
then
something.
blame it on the rain. Anyway, now I digress.
But back to Big Time Bex versus AJ Lee. Great build to a match that did exactly what I thought it was gonna do. Now, what I will say, this I'm gonna put this out into the ether.
Uh-oh.
Internet world, hear me. Becky Lynch is the greatest women's superstar of all times.
I agree.
Like she is so fucking great. Like and it's not just me saying it.
No, it
Sports
is.
Illustrated says it. Bleacher Report says it. Becky said she's so
Island of
great at the
Relevancy
little things.
The Island of Relevancy has been saying this all along, Becky. We
Well,
are
that's not true.
100% behind you.
This ain't true. The Island Rebs, boy, I was against
Oh,
her.
sorry.
When we first started,
I've been saying.
boy, those Irish wrestlers. You know me and the Irish wrestlers.
But you have come a full 180.
A complete 180. Because one, Jessica Carr played a huge role in this match.
Yep.
And it was phenomenal. They told a great story. But once again, like you said earlier, a little something was missing from this. It could have been more time.
8 minutes.
This one really did feel rushed.
8 minutes.
That one did really feel rushed because I thought that they could have really did something special given a little more time. This match, I really thought they could have done something special.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but giving them 7 more minutes, giving these matches about a 15-minute runtime makes a world of difference in some of the spots and some of the story that you can tell.
Yes.
And because the sad state of things is that when we switched over off of ESPN, the number of minutes that we got is in wrestling time was 62 minutes overall. We got 62 minutes of wrestling once we left ESPN. I think there was more Hulk Hogan time than there was wrestling time.
And I will give some overarching thoughts once we get past the main event, because the main event kind of hammered home a lot of those overarching thoughts.
Yep.
And Matt, wrestling wise, I would tend to agree. I'm a big Charlotte fan as well, but like overall body of work, I just think Becky is complete. Like she has put together a complete package of just greatness.
I think
Whether it's being the man, whether it's being the smug heel, whether it's being Becky Trump, like it is phenomenal. She's put on a phenomenal.
It is. The differences between the two are Vince gave Charlotte all of that. Vince gave Charlotte those belts. They wanted her and put her up there. Not saying that she wasn't great at what she was doing. I'm not taking anything away from her, but I think Becky has quietly been right underneath here all along, just as good and could have been in that spot. That's why she was Becky 2 belts.
Definitely want to give my boy Brian a shout out. I appreciate you popping in, Brian, man.
Hi, Brian.
You the man. You the man. Me and Brian go a little bit way back. He's not as old as me, but he's another old grizzled wrestling fan. And I'm pretty sure, um, I don't know if you like this next match. So we get Becky and I'm sorry, Liv and Stephanie. And you said last week, because I did go back and listen. You said there was not going to be any shenanigans. And boy, oh boy, I just knew that couldn't be true.
I
This, this
I think I was more looking at outside interference. I didn't take into account the fact that Corrupt Car was going to get involved and the turnbuckle was going to get involved.
well, no, I was talking about living in
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We moved on. I apologize.
But no, we can go back there because we didn't spend enough time. We didn't spend enough time on the way they tried to rob Becky. Corrupt Car, because at one point it was 2-on-1. Like it was like they were jumping her, and I felt bad. And that's when I came up with the Becky's the greatest because she overcame a corrupt referee and in a washed up, you know, think she's still your favorite wrestler. No, Becky's everybody's favorite wrestler. Becky is the one. Becky is the one. She's always been the one, like Ovis.
I didn't think Becky was going to win because I didn't think Becky needed the belt, but I get it now because I think AJ is going to disappear again.
Correct.
That's fine.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. And then we get to the women's world championship match. Liv and Kenny, I thought this match was phenomenal. I went online and people were ripping and I was just like, come on, dude. What was I watching something different? Like I thought they for the time they were given it, once again, it's sad that we're saying this on a WrestleMania.
7 minutes.
The time that they were given, they went out there and just fought each other. Like they went out there and just they wrestled, they brawled, they did it all, and they gave us what we needed.
So one of the things that I read after the fact was the reason why that match was so short is because they were both so banged up that they didn't want to have they didn't want them to go longer and get hurt and possibly be out longer. I'm okay with that because like you said, and like Kenny said, this was a great match. 7 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but like you said earlier, short matches can tell a good story as well as long matches, and they definitely they packed a lot into 7 minutes.
Yes.
And they got all kinds of shenanigans going on in 7 minutes.
Well, that cameraman, MVP. It was a camera, boy, Roxy came out there and the cameraman was like, hey, I know I'm supposed to be filming this move, but I'm going to do what he wants me to do. Well, no, that too.
Oh, you're talking about a different camera guy, not the guy that was standing on the ring on the edge.
You see him slipping.
Yes,
you see the camera like he was reaching. You see the camera like it was like the camera's reaching for the ropes to grab the ropes, and then you just see it go down. Once again, that's just terrible production. You see the cameraman going down, cut to a different damn camera.
Yeah.
That was funny because the way the camera was like wavy too, it was like
what's going on? Is he drunk? Oh, he fell.
He's going down. That might have been one of the funniest moments. I'm pretty sure this has happened a billion times, but the way the camera looked as he was going down just made me laugh.
Yep.
Like great moment.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
But
I was talking about the cameraman where Roxanne was on the ropes and she was doing something. And the cameraman was just never mind. Let's move on.
The cameraman forgot his assignment and picked up a whole different assignment.
Correct. And he definitely.
You know what? He works for the IWC.
He definitely the Gooners.
He's a card carrier member of the IWC.
For sure. But
match was,
did the right person win?
the right person did win in that moment because they've been building Liv up. And I think there's something more coming with Liv based on some reactions on Monday night, but we'll get to Monday night in a little bit. But there was an interaction Monday night that told a small interaction that tells a bigger story or starts a bigger
For
story.
sure. There are some
I
stories
think
that
the right
need.
person won. I believe I got this one right. This was one of like the 3 or 2 I think I got right night one.
I definitely got this one right. And back to the entrances.
Yeah.
Liv's Trouble. Say
Oh,
what you want about the song. I thought it was a cool entrance. Right. I thought she was going to be winded by the time she got to the ring cuz she went
she
in
looked
like
winded.
yeah, she did. She probably was. And then Steph changed the music, guys. Like the music is terrible. Her entrance was so lackluster because once again the audio like there was some issues with the audio. There was some miscues. This is WrestleMania, guys. Figure it out. Like figure it out.
I think Liv's music. They need just someone else to sing that song right now. That's all. They just need someone else to sing the song because the
To
visuals
me
on it are great.
well, one, I don't have that, that song on my iTunes or my Spotify.
Nope.
I think it's a great theme song for her. It kind of reminds me of HBK, like HBK singing "Sexy Boy." Like it just like I'm a heel. I'm singing this. eh, You know, Jillian Hall. I don't know if you remember Jillian Hall who used to come out singing. Like it's goofy. It's fine. It's not a single that I would ever play outside of, listening to her come down to the ring. But um, what exactly? I'm never gonna put that in my any of my playlists. But I think on Monday night when she came out to it, I was like, all right, that's a cool theme song. Like that's a cool song to come out to. Um, but there's that, and hopefully nobody because the words are stupid. like it's all dumb. It's all, either it's all a joke or none of it's a joke, and that song's pretty much a joke.
It's not a good song.
But no, I think she did know the words. I just think once again the audio was out of sync. Like I think everything was out of sync, and yeah, it wasn't the greatest night for WWE.
No, it wasn't.
It really wasn't.
But that match for 7 minutes, that was a great match for 7 minutes. That was they did what they needed to do.
And then Dom came out to celebrate with his little new mommy. I don't know what he calls her. I don't want to make up a new word and
No,
insult anybody.
no,
But then we get to the main event, guys.
I'm
Randy
confused.
Orton, 20 years, you know, Cody Rhodes, world the WWE Championship with Pat McAfee on the pole, like with his the custody of Pat McAfee online. I don't know what was happening in this match. This match was so weird. Like, all right, let's go back to the beginning. The entrances, the Viper.
That was
Do you
cool.
remember the Do you remember the year that the Viper followed Randy Orton down to the ring?
Yes,
Where
it was awesome. It
he
was at
hated it.
Miami.
Yes, he
Okay,
hated that one
I
because he said it was
loved it,
like, yes,
and I like this one. I love this entrance was really good. I really liked it. I thought the visuals of it were great.
yes. The visuals were great. You had the Viper on the screen. It looked great when he was walking and you see that big Viper head behind him. I was like, that is a cool shot. If the match had been better, that might have been the thumbnail for the for this podcast. Um, but then we get Cody, and I thought his entrance was phenomenal.
His entrance was awesome.
I thought the Cody Vader. I have a soft spot for the Cody Vader. Cody Vader, all of the different personas. You had Dashing Cody Rhodes. You had Stardust. All of the different visuals of him.
I enjoyed
And
the, I enjoyed the Iron Man. the suits. I enjoyed
Yes.
that visual. I really did
Yes.
enjoy that. Yes.
So much story was told in his entrance. So much story was invested in this feud. And then we get to the match. This was some bullshit. This was
I
some.
I was so looking forward to this match. The wrestling part of this match. They got 23 minutes, and I don't know what the F they told us. I don't know.
That Randy was old. That like
Randy was old. So this is what I got from the match. Randy's a bad guy. Randy's a good guy. Randy's a bad guy. Cody's a good guy. Cody's a bad guy. Cody's a good guy. Cody might still be a bad guy, but we're not sure yet. And Pat McAfee is no longer involved in wrestling. This was Triple H's middle finger to TKO for Pat McAfee, I think.
no, this was always the plan. This always always was the plan was for Pat to go. Like when he said if part of me knew Randy was going to lose because Pat simply was not staying around. He's not going to come around and be a mouthpiece for Randy Orton every week. Like that makes no sense. And he wouldn't go back to doing commentary after he burned the bit like I'm going to save the effing business.
Well, you know what? The worst part of it, the worst part of that whole Pat McAfee thing is that 2 days after Pat McAfee got his neck broken or whatever the hell happened, he said the wrestling business didn't need saving. It just that like, I get it. You're an ESPN personality. You're making a ton of money and you got it. Props to him for selling the neck thing. He was on his show at the neck thing. He went to the Flyers Penguins game in Pittsburgh, sat ringside with the neck thing on. Props to him for following through on that. That's the only good thing he did this whole time, and I don't wholly blame him.
No, I don't blame him at all.
Don't blame Triple H.
Like I know for a fact that Pat McAfee loves the business. I know that he enjoyed his time at WWE, and I know that he went into this kicking and screaming. You can tell.
It's a shame that he had to burn his. It's a shame he had to burn his spot for what ended up being a lackluster match.
This was the longest match of the night, and it was the worst match of the night.
Yep.
Like I get telling the story about Randy's back. I don't care. Like this is the main event. Pick it the fuck up.
Right.
Like pick it up. Like the crowd was dying during this match. You killed Pat McAfee at the beginning of the match. Cool. That's great. Right? Get him out of the way. That thematically makes no sense. Telling a story, it makes zero sense to murder him at the beginning of the match. Like that makes absolutely no sense. You know, you have him linger around to the very end and do something stupid. And then maybe once again, I was doing other things. Why did Randy Orton RKO Pat McAfee?
So here's the thing. It made sense
where did that come from?
It made sense to send Pat McAfee away because you then have Pat come running down with a ref shirt on, right?
Yes.
So now we're leaning into something that could be kind of cool. Pat slides into the ring and slow counts Randy. 1, 2.
Well, because his neck was hurt, and he just ran 50 yards or 200 yards.
I'm really curious, and he even said this on his show. I'm curious what they would have done if I had counted to 3. And he's because I had to watch a show the next day to see what he was going to say. He only got 2, and then he came all the way down and ran, and Cody kicked out. And then they're standing there. Obviously, he's going to RKO him because he didn't count him 3. But if he counted the 3, does it even count?
Okay. I mean,
does it even count if Pat counted him to 3?
Yes, because he has a ref shirt on.
Okay.
I don't know.
That match opened the door to one of 2 big problems I had in the main events. Okay. I'm only going to talk about this main event right now because that's what we're on. Randy Orton, blood in his eyes, RKO'd the referee. Right? If you RKO'd a referee in a match, immediate disqualification, is it not?
No, he didn't know it was the ref. He had
Ah,
blood in his eyes. He was
it's
like,
still,
"Oh, look at me! I can't see. Oh, somebody's here. I can feel a body." RKO.
come on, come on. Who got when
And how could the ref disqualify him? He's out.
when Eddie Guerrero got hit in the face with a chair and then threw the chair to the other guy and then laid down, the other guy got thrown out of the match.
Because the ref was still alive. The ref was still conscious. That ref,
But
he can't disqualify him because he's unconscious.
when Charles Robinson gets up, you know Randy didn't RKO you or Cody, but there's a little bit of inconsistency there, but you explain that one away. Okay, that's fine. I accept that.
Just made all that up.
I know, but I expect that. Or I respect you explaining that because I'm gonna have you come back again when we get to night 2. Because I got a problem in night 2.
Okay.
But this is overall this night, I think I say 4 or 5 out of 10 for this night. It was not.
It was a 6.
Okay.
I gave it a 6.
It's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Not the best. Not the worst. Like the internet made it seem like this is the worst night, and everybody said it was meh. It was mid.
Yeah,
I get that. Like it was not great.
No.
The action when it actually happened was solid. They just leaned so heavy into the advertisement, which was my biggest issue.
62 minutes of wrestling outside of ESPN is really awful. It just felt like a Friday night SmackDown.
Yes. And it gets even worse in night 2 because they cut off some entrances for commercials. Like, what are we doing? Like, how do you
started at 6 o'clock at night. I told you I was able to get from my friend's house that I was at to my house. He's only maybe 10 minutes away, and still sit down for the third period of the hockey playoff game that I should not have been able to see any of if WrestleMania had run the way it normally runs.
It was about 3 hours, a little under 3 hours. I don't think it hit 3 hours,
but you got a lot more commercials than we need. And for you watching on a VPN, a lot more Hulk Hogan than you needed in your life.
So much Hulk Hogan. It was so I learned the same 3 things about Hulk Hogan multiple times.
Are you excited to watch the documentary now?
Man.
Did that help you want to watch the documentary more?
In the immortal words of the late great Iron Sheik, fuck Hulk Hogan. That's where we're at.
I appreciate it.
In the immortal words of Iron Sheik.
I miss his tweets.
Man, Iron Sheik, absolute legend. And I did, before we move on, one of the funniest tweets or memes that I saw this weekend was Hulk Hogan is looking up, infuriated at the world because his statue is brown. Hilarious. Wow. That is the funniest. Like all of the different tweets about the brown statue, hilarious. Because it's funny because it's true.
It is true. He is angry
because it's true.
But the best part of that whole thing is looking up. Not looking down. Double whammy on her. Double whammy is looking up at the brown statue, not looking down at it.
We all know Terry Bollea ain't nowhere where he's looking down at us.
No, he's not.
We all know. But anyways, on to night 2.
Night 2, I had the best time hanging out with my buddy Matt at a nice bigger party. I got to see Matt on night 2. We had nice food. We were at Ray and Angie's house. We had like 4 or 5 people other come over. We had a hell of a fun night. Did some shots. I was out of work on Monday. Thankfully, I took the day off because, woo boy.
Ooh. I want you to tell me how many tears did Matt shed on night 2. We'll talk about that when we get there because
everybody
I love Nia.
Uh-huh.
I love Nia, and Matt loves a certain wrestler who may or may not be in the main event, but the co-main event of tonight was the first match of the night.
First match of the night.
We had Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar, and I was terrified.
I was scared.
I don't think I've ever been more nervous of a wrestling match. I've never been nervous for a wrestling match until this match because I was terrified that they were going to have The bell was going to ring. Brock Lesnar was going to rush him and pick him up like he did Kofi Kingston and F5 him and then just hit his music and leave. I was terrified, like, because that is a very, very real possibility that could have happened.
That's a Vince McMahon booking.
Very Vince McMahon booking. But then again, TKO doesn't book much better because Brock Lesnar, although everybody might not think so, Brock Lesnar is still money. And
of course.
That's all TKO. That's all TKO cares about is money. Big entrance for Oba. The crowd was insane.
Yep.
Like they made that moment just as big as the moment itself was because how loud the crowd was chanting Oba. Like it was incredible. That's WrestleMania.
Yep.
That's what we need.
Yep.
Never take WrestleMania back to Las Vegas ever again.
No, please don't.
Like don't take any wrestling events back to Las Vegas.
I'm kind of scared about
privileges.
I'm scared about next year's, but I don't even want to talk about that right now. We got a lot of time to talk about that.
It's gonna be louder than this.
The crowd for his entrance and the fact that he did that almost all the way down the ramp. Bless your soul on ESPN. Bless your soul for just not
take your time. Strut. Yeah. Strut.
Yep.
That Kenny being outside unless you mic the place up perfectly, it's gonna sound terrible.
It was enclosed.
Oh yeah, but it
was so big.
Yes, it's so big. The sound the sound just it wasn't close.
This was not a long match, and this was not going to be a long match, and we knew that going in. But you have TKO's golden boy for a long time, Brock Lesnar, and now you have the next big thing that you're trying to promote up in Oba Femi, and this is your marquee first night, Sunday, big night ESPN. 2, ESPN national television audience. You got 4 minutes and 4 minutes and 46 seconds. And you know what? They told a hell of a story in 4 minutes. This was the second best match of the night for me.
Brock took Oba to Suplex City. I got even more nervous. I was like, please don't hit 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like I was terrified.
I think he got the 4.
Yeah, he got 4.
But the minute he was coming off the ropes and going to clothesline him and Oba wasn't moving, in my head I was like, oh, they're going to give it to him. He's going over.
All right, Kenny, man. Thanks so much for popping in, man.
Thank you, Kenny.
Thanks so much.
The minute Oba was just kind of staggered a little bit, that inside, I was like, okay, they're giving it to him.
I didn't know until I knew. I didn't know until the very end. Like even when he hit those clotheslines, he didn't go down. Brock finally got him down. They hit him with the 4 suplexes. He tried to hit him in the corner with some move, didn't get it, and then he hit him with the F5 at some point.
It was right near the end. That was Brock's last big move. Was
this is how I know Oba gets and respects the business. He got hit with the F5, and I think he was supposed to pop straight back up. But he didn't.
No.
You have to respect the move. Like, you're not the Undertaker. You got to respect the F5. And he did. He popped back up a little, and then he stumbled like, oh, man, I just got hit with a fucking F5.
Yep.
And then Brock turned around, and he got up, and Brock was like, oh, no, this is the one. He's always been the one, like Oba said. Yep. And Oba hit him, and Brock went up for the fall from grace. He went down. He did the honors, man. Like he paid honors, and I was so happy for him.
Brock jumped for him. Like, and I think we've said it before. From their first interaction when he grabbed his foot and put it on his chest, Brock loved this guy. Then there was something that I was looking at again when they did that Seth Rollins video, or was it the John Cena video, right? Where they did the John Cena thank you video where everybody did was sitting there. Somebody stopped where Brock Lesnar was sitting in the dressing room. Brock Lesnar was watching NXT during that video, and it was a night that Oba did something because they looked at who was on the screen and they like kind of looked it back. And now I know this is speculation and this is this is the fairy tale thing. They're saying that's the night Brock picked Oba as the guy. Okay, I'll take the fantasy. I'll take it and say okay.
Whatever it was a bold decision. I thought unanimously the world wanted Oba Femi to win. I was wrong. There were a lot of people who were upset that Brock lost. There were a lot of people. Part of me understand, like, I get it. You're a Brock guy. I understand. You know, you love combat sports, all that good stuff.
Sure.
You know, he lost to an NXT nobody. Next year, you're not going to be saying that. Like, next year, like, I won't say we, the IWC always complains that the WWE doesn't make new stars, right? They never make new stars. It's still the same guys. It's the same top guys. They made a superstar that night. And then, for the first time in a very long time, during a wrestling match, I shed a tear. Because Brock laid there and he took those boots off, and I started shedding tears. It shocked me. And I respected it so much, man. Like
I was so shocked. We like stopped what we were doing and we're like, holy shit. I'll tell you what, I firmly believe that Brock did not make that decision until Oba started coming down the ramp and he heard the crowd. That's what I choose to believe. I choose to believe that's when Brock decided, because Brock wasn't supposed to retire at this point. Now they may coax him out down the line and you may get your Gunther Brock match. If I was Brock, I would say, hell no, I wouldn't come out. I would just let it be. You guys figure something else out.
I don't think, like, one, we know Brock's going to do what Brock wants to do. I don't think it was planned for him to do that.
No, they said the plan was for Oba to. They were going to actually have Brock win and then Oba win but they changed it to Oba winning.
Oh God, if Oba would have lost the match. They couldn't have 50 matches. It wouldn't have mattered. Like the aura would have been gone. But back to Brock. Like, I don't think he knew he was going to retire until he just did it. Like that seems to be the type of person he is. I don't think Paul knew. I don't think that,
because when Paul got in the ring and he went like this to him, that was so as everybody that watches, especially the IWC, we all know, is a we now, that this means that this is real thing. This isn't fake. This is real. There's an injury or this is not.
Didn't even know that. I know when the
referees do that.
Yeah.
So that's why he did this to Paul Heyman, to let Paul Heyman know, I'm not messing around. This is real. And respect. I think it was such a great special moment, and they let it breathe and they didn't rush it.
You got to. You can't rush that. That say what you want about Brock. You could once again, the last run of Brock Lesnar was very lackluster to me.
Yep.
Like I stopped thinking he was money a long time ago, because he showed up when Vince wanted him to show up, when Vince needed him to show up. And I think he ruined some of my favorite storylines because he just showed up and we got Brock Roman 15. That doesn't take away from the fact that he's Brock Lesnar. Like, he is one of the greatest professional wrestlers who ever. He is a genetic freak.
Yep.
There will never be another. Oba's great. Oba's Oba. But there's never gonna be another Brock Lesnar.
No,
ever.
Absolutely not.
Like, he is, like, to me, this comparison might upset it. He's like LeBron James to me, like a genetic freak of nature. Like there's no other body of work. There's no other wrestler who can compare to what he can do physically in a ring, and he can
Until
impose
now.
his will.
Until now.
Well,
Maybe.
still,
We don't know.
still,
We don't
like
know. Okay. Up to this moment, yes, I agree with that. I can't even say that Oba's that is going to do that because we don't know. But up currently, yeah, I can agree with that.
20 years from now, I don't think you can be like, Oba, boy, Oba and Brock. Like, I don't
When we're
think
doing
so.
episode 420 years, I'm in.
Touche, touche. We'll revisit
We'll
this.
come back.
I'll put a pin in this for right now. But great opening match, great moment.
Yep.
Brock Lesnar retires. Obafemi, a star was made. Like a
Yep.
star was incredibly made Sunday night, night one. Hopefully, they're not gonna fuck this up. They can't.
No, I don't
Like
think so.
you can't.
Well, it depends on how much TKO gets involved. Right now, no. If
Touche.
conversation for another time.
Back to WrestleMania night 2, match number 2.
The non-entrance, nobody gets entrances, but two people match.
Dragon Lee had on some big wings. I saw a tweet. It was like, I put on these big ass wings, and they still cut the commercial, and the fans at home couldn't even see my big ass wing. He had some big ass wings on.
Really
Dragon Lee always comes up with them little wings. I think are stupid, but he had like real dragon wings.
Yo, if they were outside and a gust of wind hit, my boy was gone.
He might have flew away. Yeah, he might have flew away, man. He'd been like fucking toothless.
Dragon Lee had I like Dragon Lee's entrance, what I saw of it, because I was non-VPN that night too.
Man.
Javon had a decent entrance. Ray had his normal entrance. You know, he does.
No, Ray did not have his normal entrance.
Did he not?
Ray came out of the ground.
Yeah, that's
he hasn't come out.
I'm sorry.
Come out of the ground in like 20 years.
He could have got hurt again. Could have broke a rib, but and then you know,
who's that jumping out the sky?
Like, my boy got the fucking entrance. He got the entrance.
Penta said, "Your soul is mine." No, that's a Shao.
Yeah.
No, he was Shao Kahn, but
he was Shao Kahn.
Who's the guy who says your soul is mine? Shang Tsung? Is that his name?
Yeah. Shang Tsung.
Yeah, Shang Tsung. This match cooked. This match.
15 minutes.
Javon to win.
15 minutes was a perfect amount of time for this match. There's a lot of good spots in this match.
JD's head went through a ladder.
Just like you said it would. Just like you said it would. Yes. Everybody got time to put some moves. Javon got that cutter off the ropes. Thank you, Rusev.
No sense. Yes, it made no sense, but I'm gonna let it go because it was a spot. Rusev was like, he's like, wait a minute. Oh, let me put my head down.
Yeah, let me help you out. I don't need the belt. I'm glad Penta won. I would have honestly any of them but Ray would win and would have been okay with me. And I'm just saying that because I don't think Ray needs the Intercontinental belt.
Yeah, I think that Javon is going to get the Intercontinental title. That just wasn't his night. WrestleMania was Penta's night. He had a great showing. Everybody had JD. Yeah. Put a belt on JD. Like JD's so good.
He's so good.
Yeah. Great match. Yeah. Penta wins. It was just madness. Rusev looked great. Like everybody looked great in this match. Ray's older than me, man. Ray's still moving like he got it, man. Like
he is.
That's crazy. He came out of the ground. He was really high. Like it's crazy.
I don't know what was next. But
crazy
that was
go from a 48-year-old retiring to a 51-year. Exactly. That's crazy. Like Ray still moves like he's just I don't get it, man.
I feared for Ray in this ladder match. I feared for Ray's health.
Yes. Every spot where he went up the ladder, I was like, please be okay. He was.
And again, 15 minutes was a perfect amount of time for this. It cooked in them, and for ESPN, for them to show this kind of a match, there wasn't a lot of blood. There was no blood. And that's, again, you don't need blood on this. You got your high-flying spots. You did some really crazy stuff. I think it did its job.
And thank you so much for popping in, score queuing. I know
Yes,
that's not your name,
that's fine.
but
I appreciate the
thank you
name.
so much for popping in.
And then we move off of ESPN.
We did move off of ESPN, and I know that's not the next match, but boy, we about to talk about this match.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the women, all of y'all haters out there, Jade Cargill can fucking wrestle.
She can.
Because Jade Cargill came out there and now she had a great dance partner. Because Rhea's Rhea. Rhea's going Rhea. Rhea puts on great WrestleMania matches every year. Like you can never say that Rhea's like sold you short at WrestleMania in any of her matches. Period. Jade went out there and showed out. Like Jade, I think she tried to prove to the world that she can wrestle.
I have
I
not been
think
a
she
big
did.
Jade fan all along. Jade absolutely showed out.
It's
And
cool.
I think this is going to help Jade going further because I think she's going to get to wrestle without the pressure of having that belt on her around her waist right now. Go out and wrestle and just go out and get some matches, win some matches, and then kind of come back around and go back after the belt. Because she hasn't really been wrestling a lot lately.
Yeah, but just because you lose the title doesn't mean that you're not gonna wrestle that much. And then when you do wrestle, who are you wrestling now? Like,
Well,
no, good thing is we're gonna get some call ups. So hopefully we
we'll
get
see Friday.
a bevy of new talent because she can't beat up B-Fab and Meechin anymore
She
because
could.
they're on our team.
She
Like
could.
she could. That would
Could. Mm.
that's my fear. That's actually
Yeah.
my biggest fear, and I said that last week was she's gonna lose the title and then she's gonna fall into the B-Fab and
I
Meechin
hope that
vortex.
doesn't happen. I hope that she still gets like I said, I hope she gets matches now. I hope she gets to kind of show out on SmackDown a little bit more. Unless, because the brand split, oh, well, yeah, whatever. It's who
Cool.
we just go where we go now. You just go whatever show you want to go on and do what you got to do.
I go here now, guys.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I go here. I'm
I go
here. I'm
here.
on Raw. Yeah, I'm here. So just let me in.
No, it was a really good match. They had
It,
10 minutes and again, Jade impressed me a lot in that match.
she played the dominant heel in this match. Yes, and I was gonna get to that. The one wing angel. I was like, I know she didn't just hit the one. Like I wanted. I was like, I know I didn't just see what I thought I saw. Because one, Kenny Omega, the wrestling god, one of the
Mm-hmm.
gods of wrestling. Um, it just that's not in her wheelhouse, right?
No,
She pulled one of those John Cena moves. Like, hey guys, I can kind of wrestle, so I'm gonna wrestle now in front of these 50,000 fans, which that number might be debatable. But I thought this match was great. Rhea won. I wasn't that was the first match that I got wrong. Well, no, that was the second match because I got Javon wrong because I was wrong on Javon. So
did I
so
say Penta? I
Sunday,
said Penta, right?
yeah, you said
I
Penta.
said Penta
Like
and I
Sunday
said
was yeah,
Sunday.
Sunday was just not my day for Sunday was not my day for picking because I wanted Rhea to win because I thought that Bianca was coming back.
Well,
She'll be back.
we didn't get to talk about that from night one.
Was that night one?
That was
Oh,
night one. That was night one. If we want to
was it?
pause on Rhea for it was. John Cena came out to announce the attendance of night one.
Yes.
And then
He
we got
came out.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay,
That was night one. He announced because night two was the small thing.
Oh yeah. Yes, you're right.
So
That was night one.
Night one, John Cena came down to do his hosting duties.
Cool suit.
Cool
Shout
suit.
out to Stu.
And then the EST's music hit while John was in the ring, and Bianca in this big, beautiful blue thing, whatever the hell it was.
I have a knack for these things.
I had no idea.
In the chat, music popped. Oh my god, man, I miss Bianca so much.
I missed a lot of the chat. I was doing shopping.
And then I saw her in the big blue gown, and then I saw her face,
Ah,
and I was like, oh shit, she glowing. I was like, oh no, and she has an oversized whatever on.
she doesn't ever wear anything like that.
Correct. I was like, oh man, no, no, Montez, no.
You know what?
Bianca Belair is pregnant.
You know what happened?
Congratulations to them. Yes.
Montez played a game while Bianca's finger was hurt. And Montez's game is called Leaves It In.
I mean,
And hey,
I would too.
More power to you. But the way she announced it was so freaking cool. And the fact that they gave her that moment where she asked John Cena to raise the attendance count by 1 and undid her thing. And is a beautiful, beautiful moment. Absolutely beautiful moment. And I'm so happy for the two of them. And it looks like she's about 4 or 5 months along. So
she's 6 months.
6 months? All right.
Yes. Montez put out a tweet saying,
oh, I saw that. Okay. Yeah. Where he was fat, then he wasn't, and then he's now he's got abs.
He's kept a secret for 6 months. At least that's what he said. It might be 5, 6 months. I knew cool. I didn't remember. I didn't remember the weeks and months when my wife.
I thought that was the moment of night one, honestly. It was just a wholesome for that woman who has had such a rough year with that freak knuckle injury. Good for the two of them. I think that's awesome.
It is. It's sad for me because I miss Bianca in the ring.
So do I.
But of course, like, have your family. They're gonna have probably one of the most genetically gifted kids on the planet. The kid could do whatever they want to do physically.
Right, that kid got abs that kid got better abs than me in the womb right now.
Man, bless them. Congratulations, Montez Ford, Bianca Belair. But yeah, like that's why I thought Jay was gonna win because I thought we were gonna have the Meech and BFAB thing pay off, and it almost did. Like it almost worked until it didn't. And Rhea's the new champ. Don't know where we go from there with her. Once we get to SmackDown. But I mean, we'll see on Friday. I'm actually really excited for Friday after Monday. But we'll get there. Maybe. Then we get the Demon versus. This is cool match.
Yeah,
good match.
Cool entrance.
Matt, so much confetti.
The quiz. I showed a picture of the little quiz, not quiz, but the little thing that Matt made up. Matt made up a question for us, and we tallied up points. And he had on the questionnaire Venom paint, and I was like, no, he ain't coming out in the Venom paint. He's going to come out in something different. He technically it was the Venom on his chest.
Yeah.
So
that's once again. They really ruined the Demon thing because he used to do different things, but he always does the exact same thing. He had something different on his back this time. I think I don't remember what it said on. I think it said Finn Balor on his back. I don't remember. But yeah, just too much confetti. Great entrance.
Entrance. We got
again. The arena needs to be dark. Like that ruins the light. Too much light ruins that entrance.
Yep. So we got 13 minutes on this match. The matches were a little bit longer. Night 2.
Night 2, yes, because they took a lot of shit from night 1.
It was all men.
Still, was it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, aside from the Jade and Rhea match, there were no women on the card at all. They put all the women on night 1.
The confetti did, but like I was truly concerned how he was going to get all that confetti off him without looking like a goober inside the ring. And they did it, but I stopped paying attention. So I don't remember how. I think they might have went to a commercial. I don't remember.
Probably.
But they went to Dom's entrance. That's what happened. They went to Dom's entrance. Dom came out.
Dom's entrance was fire.
I loved it. Came out with all the masked men, the King of the Luchadors. That's Dom.
He is
indeed the King of the Luchadors, the greatest Mysterio. The greatest Mysterio ever. I love Dom.
Yes. I love Dom's great.
He's great. And I thought the match was solid, but I'll be totally honest, I was kind of checked out at this point. I was like, during this match, I was like, man, Finn's gonna win. I know Finn's gonna win.
There's no way that you bring the Demon out at WrestleMania and have him lose again. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
the last time he lost, where he was last time was against Edge
Roman.
and Roman and he
Nah,
lost. Yeah.
it was Roman.
So it's fine.
It was the buckle.
You know, and he's got JD coming up next. And he's going to beat JD, and they're gonna push Finn up the card a little bit. That cool. I'm okay with that. I love Finn. Finn deserves it.
Yes.
Finn got a raw deal when Seth Rollins buckle bombed him.
That wasn't Seth's fault. that was not.
No, but I mean,
but
it happened. But
this match when
this match happened.
It happened. It was solid.
It was,
but nothing to write home about.
No.
A lot of shit, like a lot of because it turned into a street fight, and they made the most out of that street fight.
Yep.
We get to the U.S. title match. I think they're still picking up Trick Williams' fur coat. Like I think they're still rolling it up. And
that was the craziest thing in the world. I love Trick Williams. And I loved that, whatever the hell that was.
It was a train. Like he was getting married. He was getting married, and he had the long. He was struck. That was hilarious because it was so heavy, and I think it was getting caught up somewhere. So he was stopped, and then when he got closer to the ring, they panned out, but you could see he was like using all his quads to walk. I was like, just let it go. Just let it go. He wouldn't. Hilarious.
It was awesome.
It was great.
It was
just
great.
Showed me how goofy he is.
We got a 9-minute match.
That 9 minutes was better than Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn.
Absolutely, 100%. Absolutely.
Like you had Little Yachty in there being goofy, trying to create shenanigans. Sami Zayn. Say what you want about Sami Zayn.
Or
he's good.
Sammy Hogan.
He's great. Like he can get you to feel the emotions he wants you to feel.
Yep.
He wants to be an underdog, he'll be the underdog. If he wants to be this smarmy, like asshole that like the ride or dies, I actually love that. Like there's still ride or die Sami Zayn fans. I love that because he's so lost in his own sauce.
Yep.
But Trick Williams was the right call.
100%.
Like and right call.
I was wrong. I called a double turn. I called like 4 double turns for WrestleMania. I was wrong on every one of them. Ain't nobody double turning. I mean, technically, Randy Cody did a double turn and then did a double turn and then did a double turn. So, but
like, just keep doing what we're doing.
Giving Trick the belt was absolutely the right call.
Yes. At WrestleMania with his family there.
Sammy needs to lose all year long now before they can turn around and give him the Cody Rhodes story where he comes up.
I don't think they're going to do. I really thought that's what they were going to go with to get him to Saudi next year. I don't think they're going to do.
I don't know now, but
yeah, I don't think he's enough of a draw to main event.
I don't think so. I think Trick Williams is enough of a draw because that stadium was booming for that Trick.
You want to know who I think is gonna? Well, we'll get there. We'll get to my way too soon.
Okay.
Thought of who's gonna main event WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia. But the right guy won. No knock on Sammy. Sammy had a hell of a run. But we've been talking about this a long time. We got to get to the main event. Matt knows, the world knows, I don't like CM Punk. He's old. He thinks he's the best in the world. He's not the best in the world.
No, he's not.
But damn, he put on a good match on Sunday. Like him and Roman put on a phenomenal match on Sunday.
These two gentlemen went 34 minutes. And this is one of the best WrestleMania main events ever done. Ever done.
I loved it. Like
I have one big effing problem. I told you I had a problem.
Yes.
Roman outside the ring, refs counting. Roman rolls, and he didn't just like slide in and slide out. They took their time. Roman got, and he rolled into the ring for like a half a second. Then he rolled out of the ring, and he was cocky about it. But the ref was looking at Roman, and Roman picked up the steps while the ref was looking at Roman, and then hit Punk in the face with the steps. It should have been an immediate disqualification for using the steps like that. You throw him into the steps, that's fine. You throw him into the wall, that's fine. It's just there's leeway, and then there's, if the ref had yelled at him, admonished him a little bit, why was that not an immediate? And I'm glad Roman won, but why was that not an immediate disqualification?
Imagine, just imagine us having this conversation right now, and they had disqualified Roman Reigns.
I would be livid if Roman Reigns got disqualified and CM Punk won that way. I would be livid.
If just a disqualification, I thought about that. Like at some point they were outside, and I was like, what if they disqualify one of these guys? The crowd is going to lose every bit of their shit.
Like, but then don't use the steps like that. That's all.
He's the tribal chief. Come on, give him some leeway.
Now, as a complete fan, sucks for you, Punk. You got hit in the face with the steps.
I thought this was.
That's a nitpick thing. This was one of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history.
This reminded me of Shawn Michaels Undertaker, the first one. I always thought that I will die on this hill. The first one was their first match was their best match, and perhaps the best WrestleMania match I've ever seen. I won't say this one is better than that one, but this was damn close because they told such great stories in the ring. Everything they did, they just fought each other with pure hatred, and there wasn't shenanigans. Like it did not turn into the WrestleMania 40 again, where
there was no bloodline to come down and help Roman. This was Roman versus Punk, 1-on-1, man against man. Even after the match, Roman gave Punk his flowers. I have
to.
He didn't do that for Cody. He did not do that for Cody. He never after WrestleMania 40. He really didn't give Cody his flowers.
He really hates Cody.
He does.
I think he really hates Cody.
He actually really does. Like he may actually really hate Punk, but he respects Punk.
Touche. I hate Punk, but I respect
him. Listen. It's one of the best matches. They told an incredible story together, and it worked from bell to bell. And I think Roman winning is the right answer here.
For sure.
And I personally like the direction they're going that they started on Monday night. I like the direction that both men are going.
Correct.
I think what happens afterwards is all the right moves so far. I thought this main event was a 10 out of 10 match for me.
This WrestleMania 42 WrestleMania 42 will forever be remembered for this match.
Yep.
It won't be remembered for anything else. Like it truly will not be remembered. People are going to forget about the commercials until next year when there are more commercials. When we're in Saudi.
I'm watching on a VPN. That's for damn. Well, when we got Steak and Eggs Mania, 11 a.m. Mania over here on the East Coast.
It'll be in the afternoon. I don't mind that because then I have the rest of my day.
But exactly.
It's going to be shenanigans. But this match did save WrestleMania. Like if this match would have been like Cody and Randy, it would have
Oh,
left like the terrible taste if Cody and Randy,
who said it?
which I thought their bill was a little bit better
Uh,
initially before Pat jumped in there. Um, if that match would have closed out WrestleMania, everybody would they would have been labeling this the worst WrestleMania of all
yep,
time. This match really saved this entire WrestleMania because they just put on a show. Like
they did.
I can't
Nope,
commend both guys anymore, but then just going out there and just they put it on their back and they delivered, and that's all you can ask of your main event. I didn't think it was gonna. I'll be totally honest. I didn't think it was gonna be that good. Like I really didn't. But they just showed me that there are levels to it, as Roman says. But we're not gonna dwell too much on Monday night because we've already been talking for an hour 40 minutes. But Monday night did have some exciting call ups.
oh my God,
The
yes. So happy to see this.
Yes, but to open Monday night, the ruler has arrived. Kind of remind me of Roman. Roman after he beat the yeah, after he beat the Undertaker, he comes and said, "This is my yard now," and he got booed out of the building.
Yep.
But Oba was just, I mean, he came out to that place was rocking. Didn't rock for the rest of the night, but boy, when Oba came out, it was loud.
Suit and he's all vest and tie. He came out.
Yeah,
He was short. He was to the point, and he left. And he didn't overstay his welcome.
Matt is only the second. You know,
Oh,
I'm
saved it by going out on his back like a bitch. Um,
Oh man, just great start. We get Saul Rook again. One, we get Ethan Page showing up, newest
love it.
member of Raw.
Love it.
I love that for him. Like I
Yep.
think he's gonna flourish. He had a really good match with Javon on Monday night. Um, then Saul Rook again called up. A little nervous. I'm a little
Yeah.
nervous for Soul. Like Soul's great because she ended up having a great match with Zarya on Tuesday night. But I'm a little nervous. Like I think overexposure because she's gonna get over. Everybody loves her, but overexposure, she's gonna be doing the soul snatcher like 15 times in a match. That's my fear. Is they're gonna overuse because this is a dope move, and they're
Right.
gonna overuse it and kind of take the luster out of it.
I hope
But
not.
I'm glad she's on the main roster.
Same.
Liv's great.
The infusion of the NXT people is something that's sorely needed.
Yes, because you can't keep fighting. Yeah.
No.
Now the bad thing is that people are going to get fired.
Yeah. It's that
They
time of
are
the
going to
year.
release. Yeah, they're going to release some people, and some of my low key favorites are probably going to be on the chopping block. But I'm glad for Ethan Page. I'm glad for Sol Ruka, and apparently Joe Hendry is doing a concert next week. I'm
Okay.
just gonna I'm gonna go on the record of saying this. I'm good.
I
Like
mean,
Joe
you gotta
Henry.
have you gotta have look, they lost momentum on Joe Hendry. When Joe
Yes.
Hendry was at his hottest is when he should have come up. He didn't, and now he's going to be Elijah part two.
Uh,
But he,
I think once more people see Joe Henry, they're gonna see what I see in Joe Henry.
what's that?
He's really not that
He's just a
good.
he's a great
He
entrant.
he really is not that good. Like
He's
he's
just a
not
great
that
entrant.
great of a wrestler. He's not a great singer. Like Elijah at least come and give you a good song. His
Right.
songs are not even entertaining.
I
Like
haven't really watched him past his entrance. So
I I have.
if
And I
they
was like,
if they if they if they comedy him up a little bit and they make him that, say his name and he appears and he gets, a distraction, a pinfall here and there. Okay. That's fine. He had a run as what? TNA champion, NXT champion.
yes.
I'm good. I'm good.
But he's over. The music's
Yeah,
over.
yeah, yeah.
What else of note happened on
So
Monday night?
we had
Oh,
we had we had Rhea saying bye to EO and walking down the hallway, and Liv Morgan sitting by herself on some boxes with her belt,
Girl,
quietly alone.
I could
Huh?
have went over there. What's she doing over there by herself? I could have went and kept her company. She don't
I
need
can
Dom.
save her. I can save her.
Yeah, yeah. She,
But, but she said to Rhea, she said, see you around. Quietly. She didn't snipe at her. She didn't talk trash to her. She wasn't the bravado Liv that you see in subtle difference in how they've interacted.
I hope she don't see her around. Like, I hope this goes nowhere.
Right, because that means Liv's going to SmackDown.
Correct.
I don't need Liv to go to SmackDown.
No.
Liv's fine where Liv's at. Let Liv have an extended.
I honestly threw that. That was like a throwaway line to me because I don't want it to be anything more than it is.
Not right now. Let me see you at the champion versus champions match. That's when I want to see
fear. That scares me. I don't want them to unify the titles either.
No. But like they do that gaudy thing with that big gaudy belt that nobody gets to carry around except the two dudes. Like they
don't have another Saudi show this year. I don't think they have a Saudi show this year.
Well,
like, so I don't know.
Okay, then she won't see her there. Yeah, then she won't see her there.
Yeah.
The only other thing in note I think that happened was at the end of the night.
Let's talk about the end of the night.
Let's talk about the end of the night because that's big.
That was huge. Roman walking backstage, just oozing aura, and then the Usos and the Gorilla, and
they dabbing him up.
Yeah, they dap him up. I mean, family. Like they really are three of the best friends. Like you see anything. They're three. They grew up together. They're living their dream together. They dap him up, and Roman gets the curtain and says, "Come on, man, what y'all doing back here? Come on down here." And then,
so
I felt it.
That moment was a moment because Roman didn't say, "Come with me." Roman said, "Why don't you just join me in the ring?"
Yeah. Join me with a smile on his face too. Like, let's celebrate.
Join me in the ring is different than come with me. That's a equals.
Yes. I love that, right? I love that he comes out there and I feel like there are people who hate, or I won't say hate. There are people who got tired of the Bloodline saga. I don't think they're gonna do that again. Like, you can't do that again. Like, seriously,
not like that. No.
Don't try to do don't try to do that again, TKO.
Not like that.
Yeah, you can't. Like, that Roman was lightning in the bottle.
Roman ain't holding this belt for 4 years.
Even without, like, just the journey. Like, just don't try to recreate it. It was money. It was money. Like, it will not be what it was.
Nope.
But I just had that. Like, it felt good seeing those three going to the ring.
Yep.
Everybody was happy. Everybody felt like they were in a good space. Then Jacob's music hit. And I was like, oh shit. That was a true surprise to me. I was like, oh shit.
Yep.
Business just picked up. I don't want that title. I need that. Like, everything Jacob says feels so real. Like, it feels like it's life or death.
It wasn't just the title. I want the money. I need the houses. I need the cars. I need the food for my kids. They're so pushing the family agenda with it now. Whereas the Bloodline was family, but it was I'm
feeding you. I feed the family. No, I have to feed my family.
Roman had the Usos out there as equals, even though he is the tribal chief. And Jacob came out there wanting what Roman has. And Roman said,
tribal chief.
You're not ready. I don't want it. But you're not ready yet.
Are we going to find out? Backlash.
Listen, we wanted Roman versus Jacob when Jacob showed up, and we got teased it. And now Jacob is one of the better wrestlers on the roster. Jacob's in phenomenal shape. Jacob versus Roman is gonna feed some pay-per-views.
This is this match is gonna cook if they let them tell a story. If they let them go in it. Now the good thing about Backlash is gonna have 4 or 5 matches. So hopefully we get some good like they need about 20 good minutes to just cook and tell a great story and just beat the
Yep.
living hell out of each other.
Yep.
Because that's what I want to see. I don't like Biggie said, I don't care about your 5-star classics. I want to see I want to see them get in there and beat the living hell out of each other.
That's
It's
what
gonna
I
be a
want.
good match. Yes.
It is.
We did miss one thing. Another thing of note. CM Punk came out
Yes, that was the other thing.
and he said words. He gave
Eh,
props to Roman. He said,
eh.
and he actually he gave a good speech about people he lost, about all of the things he's had to deal with over the last few years, over the last year.
And he
Heavy
wasn't
as the
he
head.
wasn't an angry man, and he wasn't like
No,
crying about like I lost my title and no pipe bomb stuff. But no, it was a
I thought he
nice
was.
speech. Yeah,
I thought he would. I mean, I thought he would come out there crying
yeah.
about it. And he said, unless a title shot falls out of the sky and
I honestly,
cue fucking dummies music.
I didn't expect that, and honestly, I still don't think Cody knew where he was. I think,
Man,
I
he
think,
sounded so
I think,
concussed.
I think Triple H was back there, and they went, "All right, Cody, get and push it, go. What am I doing? Go talk to Punk. Give him a title shot. Go, go."
He
He,
sounded slow. He sounded despondent.
yep.
He did not sound like he knew where he was.
Nope. He's gonna.
Like
He woke up Tuesday and he went, "I did what? Wait, what?"
his eye looks all types of effed up. Man, it was just not a good weekend for the champ.
No. And and it if they're doing this the right way, if Triple H has the freedom to do this the right way, you're going to see Punk go to the blue brand, and then you're going to see a very slow build to next year's WrestleMania.
I could see that. And
Cody
that's
can
a
lose,
that's a good match.
Cody can lose the belt and get the belt back once or twice over the year, and you can still get Punk and Cody to WrestleMania. You don't have to rush it now. And with all that crap that came out over this last week about Mark Shapiro and what he said at the college he gave a speech to, and how he said that TKO has full creative control now. And that's terrifying and that's scary because that's a whole nother topic to talk about another time. That's terrifyingly awful. But you can build this match. You can give Randy his you can give it to Randy at some point this summer.
Yeah.
Randy goes in an interview. Randy goes, I had a 4-year contract, and when that's over, I'm just going to be a show up when I want to show up legend, and he's going to have an Undertaker deal. Basically, he's well,
As he should. Why would he not? Like, yeah,
absolutely. It was
yeah,
funny the way he said it though.
yeah, like
But yeah,
why would he
no,
not?
the Cody Punk thing was kind of out of left field, but that could be
Yes.
great if you let them cook it.
Yeah. And that was the thing about Monday night. They moved stories. Um, they didn't just retread feuds. They just gave us enough newness to keep because like let's just be honest, this WrestleMania was a disappointment.
Sure.
Not from the wrestling standpoint, just the absolute fact that TKO has shown their hand. Like they've shown their hand. They've showed us what matters to them, and it's not the wrestling fan.
Nope.
They could care less, and they did numbers though. That's the crazy thing they did numbers. So analytically, it's working, right? Because
Yeah.
wrestling fans are wrestling fans. Like
Yep.
it's really hard. You could easily, oh, I'm gonna start watching AEW now, but you just not gonna stop
Yeah.
watching something you've loved. I can't stop. I want to. I'll be totally honest. Like I am disappointed with their lack of the lack of a lot of people calling it a soulless WrestleMania. It was like
It absolutely felt like it was missing the soul of what WrestleMania was.
the granddaddy of them all. It didn't feel like it didn't
No.
feel like WrestleMania 3.
It
You
felt
know,
like
it
two
just didn't.
episodes of regular weekly television is what it did.
Correct.
Only night 2 felt like a really good version of Raw. Night 1
Yeah.
felt like a really not good version of SmackDown.
It was like Road Dogg was like, I got this, guys. No, last Road Dogg joke of all times, because it wasn't Road Dogg's fault.
No, we're
It was
learning that
pretty.
more and more.
Yeah, we're learning that. But I do want to, man, thank you so much, everyone who showed up. I'm looking
Maddie,
for
Brian and Score QN and Kenny showed
Nolan.
up.
It's another friend of the show, or
All
friend
right.
of mine. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure some of my work colleagues watched but didn't comment because I heard about some stuff I said last week and they brought up the fact that you called me your better looking host. And
I
then
mean,
they
you
were like,
are.
and I
You're the.
appreciate that. And the one dude's like, I didn't realize that you guys didn't like know each other, that he's in San Antonio. I was like, yeah, dude.
I'm not in San Antonio, but I'm close
You're in Tejas.
enough. Yeah, pretty much. I am in Texas, but I mean, it is an interesting time to be a wrestling fan because I'm a little nervous. Like
I am too.
after WrestleMania, it does make me a little nervous. And I said this before, this is a very unique time for AEW to do something special. And they could actually grab a major foothold uh, of wrestling in America if they could play their card. If Tony Khan wasn't so fucking crazy, like they could actually make some headway. Uh, Probably not this year, but next year, because Saudi is going. Boy, y'all thought people were divided now. Wait till Saudi next year. We'll get there because the road to WrestleMania 43 starts right now. And this Friday is going to be exciting. I can't wait to see what surprises we have in store.
Me too.
I'm genuinely excited.
I get to
After
go see
Monday night.
Jack Friday. Jack's playing like
Oh, he's
right around the
playing?
corner. Right around the corner.
Nice. Nice.
I'll
All
get
right.
like 10 minutes.
We'll cap it off for tonight. Thank you so much for everyone for joining. We'll catch you guys next time. Same bat time, same bat channel. And until then, keep enjoying wrestling, and we'll catch y'all later.